Hi, today we're going to do number 125, valid palindrome. So we're giving a string and we want to return true or false if it's a palindrome or not. So palindrome is true if it begins if the string and its reverse are equal. Like this, and it ignores, it's not case sensitive, and it removes non-alphanumeric characters too. So we see here A matches with A, space, we ignore that. So M matches with M, A matches with A, and we keep doing that and so forth, and we get true. Now for here, we see R matches with R, A matches with A, but C matches with C, but then E does not match with A, so we return false. And we see here an empty string returns a true. So how can we solve this? So like I said, there's a couple of ways to do this, and a palindrome is when the reverse of it is equal to the original. So we can reverse the string so we have to clean reverse the string is what we're going to call it. But to do first, we clean the string, and when we clean it, we make it all lowercase, we remove non-alphanumeric, and then we reverse the string. Let's just say this is reverse, and return if the string is equal to the reverse. And for this, the time complexity is going to be O of n because we're looping through each one. And then the space complexity, since we're creating a new string with the original string, when we reverse it, it's also going to be O of n. So how can we make this better? So instead of reversing everything, we could use a technique called 2 pointers, where we create a left pointer at the beginning and a right pointer at the end. And then we increment the left pointer and decrement the right pointer if they're equal to each other. So we can do 2 pointers, left at beginning, right at end, and then we increment and decrement so long as it is not alpha, and as long as it's not equal. And then we also have to taking into account non-alpha numeric values. So then if we iterate from left and right until they cross each other, we return true. Otherwise, if it hits a value that's not equal, we return false. So the time complexity of this is still going to be O of n because we're iterating through this. We're iterating it halfway, but it kind of rounds down to O of n. However, the space complexity is going to be O of 1 since we're not creating any extra space. So since the 2 pointers has the same time complexity while also having a lower space complexity, we will solve with this way. But then afterwards, I will show you the reverse way as well. So here we do a left pointer and a right pointer. Great. Now we do while left is less than right. Now we need to keep incrementing left while this condition is true, while we're within boundaries and the value is non-alphanumeric, is alphanumeric s. If it's not, we want to increment left. So we want to keep moving into it's a valid condition as long as it's within boundaries. And then the same idea for the right side, but we decrement it. And then I'll do this function now. So function is alpha numeric, and it takes an char. So we have to see if this char is greater than or equal to A and less than capital A. I mean Z. Or the capitalized version of it. Or the numbers. So we have these conditions to check if it's a alphanumeric. If it doesn't fit this, we know that the current pointer value is not valid, so we have to change it. So now we check if the values are equal to each other. So if, and we have to convert the case sensitive here. So if s dot left to lowercase does not equal to s dot right lowercase, return false. And then if it makes it through there, we can increment left, decrement right. And if it makes it through this loop without returning false, we return true. Great. So now let's do it the other way. So the other way, we can reverse it. So first thing, we need to clean the string. So const cleaned equals s dot, we can do lowercase of everything. We can split it to remove, to put it, look at each character, and then we can filter it to only get the alphanumeric. So C. So we can use regeds here. So A to Z, 0 to 9. And then we can just join it back together. Now we can reverse it. Const reversed equals clean dot split it, and then we reversed, and then we join it back together. And then we can return if they're equal to each other or not. Great. So to solve this, we can either clean up the string and then reverse the string, compare the clean version with the reverse clean version. The other way is to use 2 pointers and gradually increment the left pointer and decrement the right pointer if they're equal to each other. And also we have to do it while the left is not valid and not an alphanumeric, to keep incrementing and decrementing the right side until the pointer leads to a valid character. Thank you.